I mean, for me, it's rewarding because, you know, I'm a human being. I eat food. I find it's very important. And so knowing where my food comes from is very important. And the more I inform myself about that is the more I see the importance of farming. And for youth, I find it's really important. It's a very important area to get into. In Jamaica, the average age of a farmer is over 60. And we have to think about what the next 30 years will look like. So for me, I'm very much motivated by this concern around where we're going to get our food from. And I want to make sure that I empower us all to have fantastic food sources.
We spend about $10 billion annually importing food into the country. Rice is our main food that we eat, and we buy more than 90% of our rice from Thailand, from China, from India, and we can grow this rice. Okay, so if young people could look into that direction, and then we could come together and work together, and then push governments to give us a policy that will reduce the importation of rice maybe by 50%, and imagine, and ask Nigerians to consume 50% of the rice that they eat locally. That's $1 trillion market. So the potential is so huge. It's really, really huge. Fish as well, toothpick, name it, all kind of food. Even the beans that we eat comes from Niger Republic and Mali. And we can grow these beans. We can grow this rice. We can grow everything that is suitable for our climate. So that really gets me exciting. And that's why when I talk to young people, I just tell them, open your eyes.
I love the environment, I love nature, I love organics, I love the understanding or like the view of viewing ourselves as part of a system, you know. I find that's really different compared to conventional agriculture where you kind of view the person, it's an egotistical view, you know, whereas with agroecology, you're understanding and valuing the relationships between, you know, ourselves and the environmental system.
For us, it's helping the smallholder farmer to actually improve their livelihood. So, for example, now we see farmers who are able to pay their school fees of their kids to keep them in school just because they are being paid fair wages for commodities that we help them sell. So, for us, the fulfillment of seeing that what we are doing is creating a positive impact in the lives of smallholder farmers in northern Ghana is really what keeps us in agriculture.
I think personally I love challenges, and I think that's actually why I am there. Sometimes I want to give up because coordinating from farm, from the producers and getting the product, sometimes with the outsourced transport logistical services that I have, sometimes it could go wrong, and then you find yourself in a situation where the client is very upset. So you have to deal with a lot of other personal emotions from your client, and that could be discouraging. But I think being passionate about what you are doing, it's one way to stand still also and to stay focused. And I think also admitting that it's not an easy road.
There's so much problems or unmet gaps within, you know, the agricultural sector in Africa. So anywhere there's a problem, you will see me there. So I'm actually attracted to problem solving. That's number one. Then number two, I actually believe that one of the biggest problems that Africa will need to confront next to climate change, you know, and population growth, the next problem we need to solve is the issue of job creation. You know, we have huge problem of insecurity, climate change and all that, but the problem of job creation, we would be the youngest continent, you know, in the next 10, 20 years. What would we do with this, you know, vast population of young people? You know, so if we're able to get young people to focus on agriculture or to become agripreneurs, not only would they be solving a lot of problems related to food, population growth, job creation, but, you know, we'll also be able to positively engage their energies. If we don't do that, what would happen would be that there would be an explosion of more crime, you know, within Africa, and Africa will not be a safe place for the best talents to live.
Yes, the technology component is a lot more, permit me to use the word, sexy to a lot of young people. You know, yes, I grew up on a poultry farm, for example, and I used to react to some of the ingredients, lysine, methionine, for example. So I never liked poultry farming because of that reaction, which is even more of a medical reason for me not to like poultry farming. But the fact that there is technology in it, so the fact that you could take your iPad to the farm and you could check how your crops are doing, or the fact that you could wake up and send a drone out to survey and look for pests, or you could use a drone to spray, or you could use a tool to track how what you're buying from one farm is moving to the market, excites youth a lot.